very lucky to have him tonight. Absolutely hilarious. He's a winner of the Seattle International Comedy Competition, which is a big deal in comedy. He's also been on CBC, tours all over the country. Give it up for the very, very funny Danny Martinello.
What's up? You guys good or what? First of all, I know I'm way overdressed for this basement. Looking like a security at a youth Christian conference right now. But I came from a movie premiere and it felt overdressed there as well. So, but I'm rocking it. Everybody's like, if you look like this in dark, cocaine. Everybody asks you for it. And I know I got eyes that say I'm on it, but that's the crazy thing too, because I didn't know my eyes looked like this, until I saw them on the big screen, and I'm like, holy fuck, tone it down, Doug, But because everybody's like, what? They ask me, they go, Danny, what drugs you on, right? And I'm like, well, if we're calling my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, I'm high as a motherfucker, right? But no, they say, what drugs you on? I'm like, dude, I'm not on drugs. And they go, well, why haven't you blinked? In a while, and I go, well, I don't need to blink though, that's because the whole point of blinking is to refresh your eyes, and mine just stay fresh, and that's how. And plus, though, I'd rather people think I'm on drugs for not blinking than blink too much and think I need drugs, though, right? Because this says something's going on, but this says something needs to be dealt with, right? Because we've all seen those people who blink too much. You're like, what are you, a fucking lizard, dude? Right? And then the hard blinkers, you're like, what's going on? And then you're like, oh, it's Spectrum, sorry, can't, But it's whatever, but I don't know, man. I'm just having a good time, I'm ready to fucking let these tits out, What's up, bro? Hey, fucking, there you go. There's a comic for you, hey? I'm from Alberta, so that's why I sound like this. Everybody's like, where are you from? My dad's fucking nuts! Right? And I know I'm a child of God because I didn't land on my mom's tits. Too much for you. All right, sweet. That's the line right there. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good though. I got back into fitness, I did. I got back into fitness because I love fucking staying jacked. This is gonna be the energy for my 10 minutes, so if you're not on board, fuck off! I'm about to do a fucking pull-up on this timber frame. That's how I know I got old too, Because I'm like, fuck, look at that structure, Right? That's what it is, dude. I don't even get jacked on house parties no more, dude. I just get jacked on the furniture that's in them. That's how it is, man. You ever get into a 15-minute conversation about Ottomans, bro? And I'm not talking about the Empire. What is this, 1447? Fuck, hey, think you get it. But I got back into fitness because you never know when you got fucking, deal with someone. That's what it is, right? Because ever since the pandemic, the fucking vagabond's been ruling the streets, It is. You go in the tunnels of the TTC and that's just the announcer, Next stop, Osgood Station. It's fucking Spider-Man gonna meet me there? God damn, Where are them turtles at? It's just an Asian guy. Whoa, he's Master Splinter. I got into it, man. I got into fucking, because you never know when you gotta fucking deal with someone, right? Because that's how I feel. I feel every human being, we got complacent in life. We did, I feel like we got safe and comfortable. I think every human being on this planet should be able to run 10 minutes flat any direction when they need to. That's what it is, man. Like a gazelle, you're just sitting there eating your stroganoff, beef or chicken, who gives a fuck, right? You're just eating it and all you hear is, yeah! You go, and then get on your sticks and run, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I got in trouble. I almost got in trouble at the gym, because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not gonna lie, basement, right? I almost got in trouble because I got caught checking a chick out, and it started out innocent, you know, right? Because she put up, she was on the squat rack, you know, right? And she was squatting 2 plates on each side plus a quarter. That's 265. That's my shit, right? And I'm like, damn, right? I'm looking at that. I'm like, that's a PR, you know, right? Then when she went down, I'm like, no, that's a fat ass, you know? Right? 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm a dude, you know what I mean, right? Like when I see it, I'm like, brain off, you know, right? And I was checking her out hard, bro. I ain't gonna lie, right? Like full erection next to the squat rack. I was like, give me a spot, right? I'm just kidding, right? And she caught me, right? And I know the gym's a sacred place, and you shouldn't, right? You shouldn't bother people like that. And I panicked because she caught me. I'm like, I don't want to be that guy, right? So I didn't know what to do. So I just immediately started to check a dude out after. That's what I did, right? And then it disengaged her, and she turned away, but I saw it in my purse, and I was still locked on the dude, but I saw that, right? Because you need to know your surroundings, right? And I saw it, and and I went, nice. Right? But I was still locked on Buddy, and Buddy saw him, and he turned around, right? And he was like, you like what you see? And he was gay, right? I knew he was gay, because he was wearing the same clothes as the chick, right? And he turned around, but I did like what I was seeing, because he was actually jacked, so I was like, oh, I mean, like, kinda, yeah. Like, good fit, right? And he's like, well, what are you doing after this? And that's when I'm like, oh, no, this guy's, like, coming on to me. You know, right? But in all fairness, it looked like I was coming on him. So I had to stop him. I was like, hey man, I'm sorry, like before this goes any far, I just gotta let you know, like I'm not gay, right? And he goes, oh, are you sure? And I go, yeah, last time I checked. Right? And he goes, oh, really? And I go, yeah. He goes, not even bisexual? Like, are you bisexual? I go, I'm pretty sure that's gay. Right? And I'm pretty sure that falls under your umbrella, right? LGBT, right? There you go, you know? Right? And he goes, oh, well, that's a shame. And I go, is it? Right? Like, that's what I thought. He goes, that's a shame. And I go, for who? Right? And he goes, well, for you. And I go, how? Right? I'm just curious as a cat, about 7 pounds, love my temptations, gotta know my answer, right? And he goes, well, why is it a shame? And he goes, well, I think you would do well in our community. That's what I said. He said, our community could use a guy like you, and I think you should be bisexual because there's a lot of opportunity for you. And I think you would clean up and you'd go far and you would do well in our community, right? And I had to stop him. I'm like, bro, this ain't the trades, you know? You can't be pitching me homosexuality like it's a career opportunity, dude. You know? I'm not gonna be sitting at home just one day being like, maybe my life's different if I just fit a different kind of pipes up in Fort Mac, you know? Right? I'm just taking it in the ass, and the guy's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, this kind of hurts. He's like, yeah, I mean, the first 3 months are pretty rough, but then your benefits kick in, buddy. Oh, yeah? He's like, yeah, you're doing a great job. You're doing a real great job. I'm like, well, in that case, do you mind signing off on my hours then, please? You know? I'm trying to get a rainbow seal, if you know what I mean, right? It's good. Like some of you guys enjoyed it. The rest of you are like, is that homophobic? We don't know, right? It's not, you know. But I just find it funny where people like make, you know what I mean? They pitch you homosexuality like it's a choice, and you're like, bro, this whole time you've been telling me it's not a choice. I'm confused, right? Up, man, it's crazy, but I'm like, whatever, you know? I'm okay with that shit, though, but I'm comfortable with my sexuality, you know what I mean? That doesn't bother me, right? A lot of people where I'm from, they're not comfortable with their sexuality, right? I'm from northern Alberta, right? So, me being in the city, and I come back, I see things, and I go, man, this is fucking outdated, you know? Right? It is, it's like someone rocking Windows Vista. You're like, there's more to learn. You know, I come back and I remember too, like I went to Mexico with one of my buddies, and he told me, I was like, hey man, you want me to get your back with sunscreen? He goes, I'd rather burn. Alright, you're only doing this to yourself, right? And he came back like a lobster, just crispy, right? And he's like, okay, you can get my back, but like, don't make it gay, right? I'm like, oh, sorry, dude, I was gonna apply it with my cock, you know? Sorry, I missed a spot. And then I just mushroom stamp it into his lower spine. You know? What the fuck do you think I'm gonna do, dude, right? But then I just tickled the shit out of his lats, I ain't gonna lie, right? Yeah! Just to watch a full go, no, stop it, get off me, right? But then in the same breath, he goes, okay, is it even or what, you know? It's funny because this is the same guy that won't apply lips or chapstick with the stick. He like rubs it with his thumb and then puts it on with his thumb. And I'm like, that looks so much more fucking gay than just putting it on, you know? these are life, you know. I don't really care, you know. People always think, like I said, I'm on drugs and I always like drink and shit, but like I don't even drink anymore, you know. Fucking, I used to crush it, but sometimes I did, dude, right? Until I was like, it's crushing me. Like I love it. Like I still stay in the game, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll shotgun partakes with the boys. I don't give a fuck, dude, right? I don't know why I said dude to you and looked at the eyes, but you were like, something's dangerous. I don't know, man. After I'm gonna lock the doors and we're all gonna drink Kool-Aid, so whatever. I don't drink, I don't anymore, but like I smoke weed and I enjoy that, you know, I enjoy that, right? Because like, I don't know, when I quit drinking alcohol, it was because I didn't know how to control my emotions, right? That's what it was. I didn't cry and like, I got all that out in grade 7, you know? I didn't know how to like acknowledge them, and then when something upset me, I'd be like, let's get drunk and fuck, right? And then I'd find something to smash, you know? And like, we've all been there, right? We're like, because I started to feel empty. You know, I felt like a sexual Swiss cheese. That's what I felt like, you know? I was a whole slice, and then I started getting holes inside my slice, right? And I was trying to fill those holes by filling others' holes, right? Just got mice nibbling on the edge of my slice. Something had to change, you know? Because we've all been there, right? Even you ladies, you know? You were like, oh, I need to feel something today. I need to feel it tonight, you know? And go out and have sex with someone, right? Just because you wanted to feel something, and then after we were like, should have just had the shawarma instead, right? Because at least after the shawarma, you'd still feel full inside, right? I had to change, and now the thing is though, I love crushing tarts, right? Like I'm a sweet freak, you know? I am. I love it, dude. I love crushing tarts, right? I do. I'll smash a 6-pack of donuts, no problem. Get fucked up, shotgun a Boston cream, you know? Get wild, start finger banging cannolis like the good old days, right? But I went. I got this. I love Portuguese tarts, right? And I got this Portuguese tart lady across the street from my house, and I went in there. I was feeling good. Got a 12-pack for the kid, you know, right? And I went in. She goes, "Oh, that's a lot of tarts." And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Who's that for?" I go, "Me." And she goes, "What?" And I go, "Well, I just love sugar ever since I quit drinking." And she goes, "Well, it sounds like you just transferred your addictions if you ask me." I said, "Nobody asked you anything." I'm here for the tarts, not a therapy session, you fucking bitch, you know? I didn't say that, I just went, yeah, right? Yeah, right? I just ate 3 immediately after the door. I was like, you don't know me. But I love smoking weed, you know? That's the thing, right? I love smoking weed, getting high and shit. And when I got back to smoking weed, because I quit everything, I went sober, straight edge for 6 months, found Christ, went back to hell, right? But I forgot weed was legal. When I came back to smoking, I got so high, right? I forgot we legalized it for so long, right? And I was smoking a joint on my porch, and a police officer walked past, and he was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, very." So, he's like, "Who?" I'm like, "Me." He goes, "You so high, right?" And he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't know. Am I in trouble?" He goes, "For what are you doing?" I'm like, "Just smoking cannabis." And he goes, "No, it's been legal forever." I'm like, "Oh, well, fucking keep it moving then, man. Doing your officer buzzkill, right? Just ruining the day, you know?" But then he doubled back and he went indica sativa, and I was like, "What kind of Canadian heritage moment am I in right now?" You know? Like, that's what I want to see as a commercial. Forget the Battle of 1812. Just fucking throw a Mountie in a skate park with 6 kids doing kickflips, right? Cop's like, "Is that an indica or sativa?" Kickflips, goes, "Hybrid, bud." That's what I want, dude. But I remember we didn't have to hide weed. I'll leave you guys on this. I didn't have to hide the smell of weed, right? And I remember all the genuine things that I used to do to hide the smell of weed was one of these things that I used to do when I was a child. Well, not a child, but a teen, right? Because I started smoking weed when I was like about 13, 14, right? And I remember what me and my buddies used to do because we got busted for smelling like it on our clothes. So my brilliant idea was like, well, guys, if we smoke weed in our clothes, then obviously our clothes should smell like weed, you know? But if we don't smoke weed in our clothes shouldn't smell like weed, right? And they were like, "Buddy, that's fucking the most brilliant thing I've ever heard," you know? So my idea was, we went to my friend Cordell's house at lunch and we got high, right? But before we got high, I said, "Let's all get into our underwear and we'll just smoke weed in our underwear," right? And we did that for a couple weeks and we never got busted. So immediately we were like, well, Thundercats or go. Like, this is what we're doing from now on, right? And I remember one day we were just in the garage smoking weed, laughing, seeing who has the smallest panos of the group, right? This guy here. And all of a sudden we're smoking a joint and then we hear and the garage door started open. And there in the middle of the driveway was Cordell's dad. And I was like, oh no. Because it never happened before. And Cordell's dad's like, what the fuck? And I know he said that because I watched him mouth it, right? And I didn't know what to do. Cordell's dad's looking at me like a German shepherd trying to understand a command. Right? And I'm just like, what do I do? And Cordell leans in and goes, don't move. If you move, he will see us. I'm pretty sure your dad's not a T-Rex, but I'm high enough to know this, right? And I didn't move. It felt like forever, but it was probably only 15 seconds. And then Cordell's dad just closed the garage door. Closed it. We never spoke of it, ever, right? Ever. I knew him for 10 years, and then 1 year I was like, Cordell, dude, did your dad ever say anything? He goes, about what? I go, well, the time. He goes, what time? The time he caught us in our underwear getting high. I go, what other fucking time do you think I'm talking about? He goes, oh yeah, he said something all right. I said, what did he say? He goes, pretty sure he thought we were doing gay shit. 100%. And I said, why? What makes you say that? And he goes, because the next morning he said, Cordell, I don't know what you and your buddies were doing in the garage there, pal, but just remember, love is love and we love you. And I was like, perfect, dude. You think your dad could sign off on my hours or what? You guys have been a blast. You can love your show. Take care, man.